Bring it back.
Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Oz, and today we are back with another episode of Ostriv. So this is episode 14. If you remember, last time we encountered a few financial problems, but then we were able to sell quite a lot of our sunflower oil. We also exported a few potatoes, and that enabled us to boost our economy. So things are looking pretty good. I'm still having a few problems with the peasants actually running out of money, which can be a bit of a pain, but that's all I've had so far. It looks like we're getting a messenger from Dahachi, which is the town to the south. They want wheat and shoes. Wow, they pay 35 per shoe. It's quite a lot. We don't really have an abundance of wheat currently stored at the thing, so there's no point doing anything with that. We have some leather, but I don't think we have any shoes yet. No. We'll employ a woman for the shoemaker's shop, so we can start converting a little bit of leather into some shoes. We have got a cottage under construction somewhere. Yes, over here. Oh yeah, we're going to build a second row of cottages down here. It's going to sort of be the residential part of our city for a while now. Our crops are growing pretty well. We'll soon have a harvest that should give us more wheat and potatoes, which is good, what we want. There's lots of wheat still to be milled, I believe. Oh no, only 5.5 wheat and 20 potatoes left. So we've still got some food, but not loads of food. We've got 4 people employed currently fishing. So that should be being sold on one of these. Oh, that's our luxury goods market. Yeah, so we've got some fish there and some fish there. So fish is going to be brought, which is good. We are using a bit of our sunflower oil now, whereas we weren't before. I'm not sure how many stocks of sunflowers we have left. Probably not that many. Sunflowers, only 6 sunflowers, so we're soon going to start running out of sunflower oil. So that's something we're going to have to worry about. Leather's being transported across to the shoemaker's workshop. I'm not sure how much, whether it's one leather makes one shoes or that sort of thing. I can't yet transport any over to the trading post because it's not yet ready. But it's a shame. It would be nice to sell them. 20 shoes, 700. That'd be lovely. But I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. So let's set another couple of houses off constructing. So we'll turn this round so the entrance is this way. And they're all a little bit out of square, unfortunately. Like that. Let's just tip that end in there so it's level with the end fence of the other one. And then while we're here, we'll place another house as well. So we've got a couple queued. It's annoying that all these fences are like really out of sync. But there we go, nothing we can do about it. Okay, so we've got 2 houses queued up there. July come August, I think it should hit harvest time, and then we'll still have a mass abundance of things that need doing, of labouring jobs that need to be done. Hopefully we'll continue to build up our fish reserves. We've still got plenty of sunflower oil in the trading post. We probably don't need that up to 50, that's probably a bit extreme. We'll do that to 30. Hopefully as well, now with our trading, we're not losing money quite so quickly. Just from, so our salary is 600, so our local sales, so yeah, we're still losing a fair bit each year. But hopefully we'll keep on top of that for a bit, and then as we can continue to trade with the other cities, we should be okay. What have we got? 4 cattle in there and 13 cattle in here. So we'll continue to let these grow a little bit. We can probably slaughter a few of these cows, but I don't think I've got anyone currently occupied in the slaughterhouse. No, I don't. So we've used 1 leather and produced 2 sets of shoes. So we're going to set. I'm not going to sell these shoes to our local population yet. These are just going to be an export commodity, I think. So we'll set them there, look like that, and let them continue to build up. I also, with luck, will continue to get more. We'll get a few more bulls. So I also might think about building another set of cowsheds, since we're obviously going to be looking at shoe production as a good way of making money. And so if we're going to be doing that, then we want plenty of cattle to kill for the leather. So we need production buildings, cowshed. Where's this going to go? We'll place it there. That also means we're going to need a water well as well. Water, there we go. Because when there's cattle, you need water. They've got haystacks there, so that's not too much of a problem. I think all the hay fillers for this summer have been filled up. It is. That's 60 hay in total stored, so that should be enough to keep us going for a while. What's our other resources? Potatoes are on the way down, but I think it's mostly fish being eaten for the moment, which isn't really a problem. Resources are being taken to those sites. Plenty of jobs still to be done, so that's good. So it's basically just a case of waiting now for the harvest to come round. Not got staggering amounts of growth on my potatoes or anything, which is a bit of a shame, but that might be because the nutrients are a little bit down this year. These all seem to have regrown fairly well, so we're going to have a full sunflower harvest for next year. We'll get plenty of sunflower oil back up and running. It looks like we've grown to 5 cows. Yes, we've had a new cow born. These haven't, have they? No. It seems it's just sporadic. I don't think it just happens by the seasons like it does in reality. I think cows giving birth, calving, probably the word, happens just all through the year. So what else have we got to build? Nothing really major left to build. We seem to have built most of the other buildings. I want to have another go soon at bridging this gap, but I'm going to do that after the harvest season. We could possibly build another market store now. We've got all these buildings being put up down here. I suspect, I'm pretty sure it's August. It is August when the farming season starts. I want the farm building. It's now August. Are they going to start harvesting? No. Okay, maybe it's the end of August that they start harvesting. Yeah, because the wheat is all ripening. Everything is nearly ready to harvest. Maybe it just has to wait till it gets fully ripened first. So that's fully ripe? Yeah, okay, there we go. All the farms are calling in the labourers and the harvest is going to shortly begin. They've got quite a lot to get in this year. 3 lots of potato fields and 4 whole wheat fields. Really, I'll be better off not having. I'm going to pause all the construction projects for now because I want all the rest of the labourers to just be assigned back to farming, because now all these people will now go and help with the collection of the potatoes and the wheat, which is what we need. Family is out of money. Oh, it's the same family again. Mother works in the weaver's workshop. Yeah, not really a lot that can be done about any of this, to be honest. Tailor's workshop should produce clothes. Why have we not had any clothes being made? Oh, 0.4 clothes have been made. Going to working. Is the weaver's shop producing textile? So the weaver's shop should produce textile from hemp, which we should have a pretty abundance of hemp still remaining. Yeah, 42. And then these should turn it into clothes. Yeah, okay, so it should be okay. There should be production should be ploughing along, and maybe the clothes are being sold at market. Possibly, it's possibly where they're all ending up and why they're not ending up in the actual trading centre. So the first field is heading towards being finished. I'll just fast forward this a bit. Our money is going down, but not drastically, so I'm not worried too much. Not at the moment, at least, anyway. All these good potatoes. So these fields are now fairly worn. These fields are looking good again. So if you remember, these are our sunflower farms, so we can use it to make the sunflower oil, which we can both sell and market, and we can export it. It's a good thing to export. How's our shoe manufacturer going? Waiting 1 shoe. Oh, we've got 5 shoes already. Wow. From not that much leather. That's good. Then the next problem is we just need more cows so we can kill them. Let's just pick 2 cows to slaughter, and we'll hire someone at the slaughterhouse. So it's probably a bad time to do this, really, because it means we've got to get people to do it, and all the people are currently harvesting. All the labourers are assigned. So let's see how these get on. Car park's still looking not too full, so that's good. We could build another car park down here as well, actually. Probably be a worthwhile addition. We've got a field there that should be full, which it is. So we've got one field fully in, the second one is nearly fully in. This poor woman is having to work this wheat field entirely by herself. I know the family's out of money, but nothing I can do about it. At least they've got food, look. Should be grateful. So they're on to the final field. Once all these labourers here have finished these jobs here, they should be then assigned to the second farm and all the wheat should start to come in. We've got to like December, end of November. So we've got 2 more months, I think. September, October, I don't know, maybe 3 months. Before the snows hit. So I'm not too worried about getting everything in. I think we'll get everything in just fine. What have we got down here? The fishermen are all still going full out. 5.7 fish, good amount of fish there. Yeah, not really much to say. Shoes I'm pleased with. As the textile woman is still producing hemp. I think the textile just goes straight into the clothes manufacturer, and then the clothes are just almost sold immediately, I think. So that's why none of them are really making it to the trading place. We're about out of leather, I think, now. Is someone working 2 hides? Yeah, so we can probably cancel that person there and then assign the same person to the tannery. Oh, had a newborn cow. Brilliant. 2, 3, 4, 5 cows there. Good. So they're moving all these potatoes into the buildings now, so we should see our potato harvest increasing. We've still got 20 potatoes to trade at our trading post. So we've got plenty of stuff to export when we get the next messenger visiting. And those shoes are going to be our big seller. So messenger for Murphy, so we can only sell him sunflower oil. How much have we got to sell him? 14. Yeah, we'll do that trade. Since he's here, we can sell him 14 for 140. Still a good amount of money. It seems, I think it's perhaps like a little bit of a game bug, or hopefully something that will change, that sunflowers are worth 10 per unit and sunflower oil is also only worth 10 per unit. So technically there's really no point in having an oil workshop. I could just harvest it as sunflower and sell it straight. But since it's something that's quite popular with the general populace, I'm just making it to sunflower oil and selling it to them anyway. But you know, why that it should be like 15 or something for the sunflower oil. So at least the effort you go to of converting it to sunflower oil makes it worthwhile. So everyone's getting everyone in. We've got quite a few workers assigned here now, because we're up to like 84 people now, which is pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. And we'll get 2 more houses done. That should bring us up. We should be heading towards 90. Hopefully it won't be long before we hit the sort of magic 100 number. I've sort of reading around, it seems like 500 is like the absolute maximum you can realistically support. So we'll see if that turns out to be the case. We have 12 cows there. So yeah, if that's the case, that would be kind of a cool number to reach. But I think we've still got quite a long way to go before we hit that. And then we've still got a lot of people who haven't got enough money as well, and other things that we've got to deal with before we get to that problems as well. Our state finances are also continually in decline, and it's coming towards the end of September. I thought we were going to be fine for all this farming, but I must admit things are taking a little bit longer than I would have liked. I'd rather they didn't collect all this stuff off the field now, but went immediately and started working to get in the hay harvest. But they're just insisting on messing around, trying to get all these potatoes into the shed when they can sit there and then be harvested afterwards. They don't. I think once they're harvested, they then don't go off. They can just sit in the baskets. So I'd rather they just did that. But there we go. I suppose there's nothing we can do about that. Although it'd be also good if they make use of the cart, so they can take a couple per time, rather than just carrying 1 basket each. Grr. But nothing we can really do. So yes, as I say, also plan to do the bridge over the water there. It shouldn't hopefully be too long as well before we get patch 5 coming out, and apparently that's going to have something to do with chickens. So that's an interesting. We should probably have eggs, feathers maybe, and obviously chicken as a meat source. So that'll be another source of food which we can look into, and something else we can probably look to export as well. This is our covered wagon, which is going to take the sunflower oil away, I suspect. Yeah, they'll start loading that onto the wagon. We're up to 10 shoes now. That's pretty good. I think these shoes alone are going to be our sort of best source of export. Because if we can get to 20 shoes, that's 700, and that's basically taking us immediately back to the amount of money we had when we started the game. So I think we'll be fine once we get that sorted. Finally, the other people are all moving over to the wheat farms. Get their scythes out and start to bring in all this wheat. Took them a while to get onto that bit, but that's looking good. And then we've got the rest of the stuff to build. So 3 fields to go, and then that's fine. We've got October, so we've got October and November. We've got about a month and a half now to get all the rest of this stuff in, which hopefully will be done just fine. They took the oil away, good. It's all gone. 10 shoes. Families out of money. Is that going to be the same family as always? Yes, indeed it is. Not how many? They've got 26 money, loads of money, and they've even got food, flour, fish, sunflower oil. They've got everything they could possibly need. Don't know what they're complaining about. There's an abundance of jobs for them to do. You always need labourers. So they're continuing to harvest that. I've got to say, it does look pretty beautiful, this game, once things start to get set up. I'm quite pleased with our little town. We've got like our farming district around the outside. I guess eventually this is all going to start to get a bit enveloped, really, because plough's wearing out. Okay, because I'm going to develop a bit more this way in terms of residential, but there's not that much room, and sooner or later I guess we're going to have to develop the other areas into residential as well, and more farms. So we're going to end up with like a sort of a bit of a central farming, and then probably more farms expanding out in a separate direction. That could be interesting. So next year, what are these going to be? We've got sort of a bit of a mixed layout. So this one's full, so that can be whatever it likes. This one we're mostly green and blue, green and blue, green and blue, which puts it. Well, we want to do sunflower because it's going to completely destroy it. The potato is 40, 30, 50, 60, so we could do another potato. But that's really going to kill it for the year after. So we'll probably put this one as fallow. This one. Oh, can't change crop during its season. Oh, I think it still thinks it's on a harvest probably. Okay, well once this thing is finished. I don't understand why it won't let me. Strange. Well, that's going to be potato. We'll have 2 potatoes, fallow, and then this will be a 3rd potato. So we're just cycling the fallow field basically then to the worst one. Since this is a new set of fields, these are all going to be like this. Or perhaps have one of these as just a hemp field, maybe a set of 4 hemp fields, because hemp doesn't seem to really use a lot. And then this is obviously going to be full sunflower fields. You can't change a crop during its season, apparently. I'm not quite sure what that means. I guess it means it could perhaps still be planted, but it's too late to really plant it, so it doesn't let you, maybe, something like that. So they've nearly got the rest of these fields harvested, and then it's just a case of moving all the wheat in, and then it also slowly gets milled then by the long-term miller who's been there for absolutely years. So they've still got some leather actually for making shoes. I'm surprised. Shoes are still being produced. We've got only 10 in the building. I think I'll probably do it for this episode. The harvest is almost in. We'll just wait till these last people scythe down the last little bit of grain. 3 rows to go. Well, the people do actually have a little scythe. Look, he's got one in his hand. I don't know if you can see it. I can't really zoom in anymore. They just have a little hand scythe. To make it cooler. There's a lot that could be added still into this game, which obviously I'm sure there will be, because obviously it's a really, really early access at the moment. It'd be good if you could do things like tools, start to add more things like proper, rather than just like a little hand scythe, like a full length scythe. Maybe it could increase the speed of crop harvest. They could be stored at the farm, and then when you hire all the labourers, they get used in that sense. Go on, last few to go. Let's watch him finish them off. And we are all harvested. So that's everything in. This stuff will just get collected now. But that's not particularly interesting. It's all got harvested. It gives us a very large amount of supplies. We've now got 58 potatoes plus the 20 in there. So we've got 78 potatoes. How much wheat have we got? Well, it's not been brought in yet, but there's going to be like 20, 30, 40 wheat now in these fields. So we have got enough food to last us, well, at least a couple of years. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. If you have, please give it a like, comment, subscribe for more Ostriv content. Thanks, guys, and I shall see you on the next one.